Jai Hind students. So in mathematics our new topic is squares and square roots. So generally it means if you multiply two number like 5 and 5, you have to multiply the same number two times. So the result obtained is square of this number. It means 25 is square of 5. Okay, so multiplication of 5 and 5 can be written as 5 square. In short, it means this power denotes that this base number is multiplying two times. So 5 square is equal to 25. Similarly, you can write 6 square and it is 36. It means you multiplied 6 and 6. You multiply 6 two times and you get 36. So you read it 6 square is equal to 36. Similarly, if we have a variable like if you have a and you need to get the square of a, so you have to multiply this a by a and the answer is a square. Okay, so this power denotes the times of multiplication of the number. As you know, we have natural numbers. First natural number is 1, then 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. If we multiply, if we get the square of these numbers, we get 1 into 1, 1, 2 into 2 becomes 4, 3 into 3 becomes 9. Multiplying the same number by the same number to get the square. You have to multiply 4 into 4 and the answer is 16. This is the square of 4. Square of 5 is 25 and square of 6 is 36. So you can see these numbers are square of natural numbers. These are the natural numbers and these are the squares of these natural numbers. So all these numbers which are obtained by multiplying a natural number by itself are called square numbers. Square numbers. But we know some numbers are here which are not written, like 2, 3, and here these are 5, 6, 7 and 8. So these numbers are not the square of any natural number. So these numbers are called non-square numbers. Remember, non-square numbers. So we have a definition and that is given in a book. You should go through that. In general, if a number m can be expressed as n square, where n is also a natural number, then m is a square number. It means if a number m, which is a natural number, can be written as square of another natural number, so m is the square of n. Again you get m is square of n. And you also know that we have infinite number of natural numbers. The same, we have infinite number of square numbers. So the number 1, 4, 9, 6, 25, 36, 49 and so on are called square numbers, and these numbers are also called perfect squares. Here we have a try this section. Find the perfect square numbers between 30 and 40. And as you know, between 30 and 40 we have 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38 and 39. And 36 is the number which is obtained by multiplying 6 two times. So we can say 36 is the perfect square number. Just mention it, 36. Write some here. Between 50 and 60 we don't have any perfect square number, because 49 is the square of 7, and when you multiply 8 we have 7 square and 8 square, and you are asked to find a perfect square number between 50 and 60. See, square of 7 is 49 and square of 8 is 64. So we don't get any number which lies between 50 and 60, and it is also a perfect number. So here our answer becomes nothing. We don't have any number which is a perfect square and lies between 50 and 60. Properties of square numbers. Our next segment is properties of square numbers. So students, you are given some numbers here. The square of the numbers, 1 square becomes 1, 2 square becomes 4, and so on, and the numbers are given up to 20. 20 square is equal to 400. So your homework is you have to learn these numbers. Okay, now we need to make an observation, and the observation is we have generally 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Single digit numbers are these numbers. Now you see these are the columns of square numbers and their 0 lies as a unit digit. So yes, and a square number can ends with 0. 1 is also available there, you can see, but 2 is not available as ones digit in any square number. We don't have 3, 2. We have 4. You can see we have 5, 2. We have 6, and then we have 9, but we don't have 7 and 8. So we are left with an observation that if a number lasts with, it means if a number ends with 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 and 9, as a ones digit, as a digit which is placed on ones place, then the number may be a perfect square. Maybe I say it, okay, because 81, this number is obtained by multiplying 9 and 9 2 times. This is the square of 9. 81 is the square of 9. But we can write 21 which ends with 1, but this is not the perfect square. So we have an idea only by seeing digits of ones place that it may be a perfect square. So students, you have a try this section again. Can we say whether the following numbers are perfect square? Can we say? So we can find the answers only by seeing the observation. And how? Then you have to check, is the given number ends with the digit 1, 0, 4, 5, 6 or 9. And if you get these numbers as ones digit of that number, it means it may be a perfect square number. Here it is given 7 as ones digit, and you know that no square number ends with 7. No square numbers keeps 7 as ones digit. Here it is 3. No square number keeps 3 as ones digit. 8. No square number keeps 8 as ones digit. And here it is given 2. So 2 is also not given in that list. Now you see 9 and 1. You can see in 1069 and 2061, 9 is placed at ones digit and 1 is placed again as ones digit. And we know that square number, sum of the square numbers ends with 1 and 9. So we can say yes, these two numbers may be a perfect square. So this is the method of getting the answer. Now we have some of the important properties of the square numbers. You all please see, I have a number which is 11 and another number I have which is 9. Here 1 is the digit which is placed on ones place and 9 is the digit which is placed on ones place. And if you find the square of these numbers, that is 121. Multiply this 11 2 times, means 11 into 11, you will get 121. And here 9 square is 81. In both conditions you see that in squares at ones place 1 is available. So we can say square of a number which ends with 1 or 9 gives 1 as unit digit or 1 as ones digit in squares. It means if a number 121 or something else like 131 and 199, 179, if 1 is available as ones digit or 9 is available as ones digit, their square number ends with 1. Ones digit of square. Here you have in your book, see 1 square is equal to 1, 81 is the square of 9, 121 is the square of 11. So you can see all these numbers keep 1 as ones digit and the squares also keep 1 as ones digit. So now you have a relation, note it somewhere, 1 and 9. If these two numbers are given in numbers as ones digit, their squares keeps 1 ever as its ones digit. In this try this section you have 123 square, 77 square, 82 square, 161 square, 109 square. So would end with digit 1. You have to select which would end with digit 1. So you know that if a number ends with 1 or 9, it ends with 1. Its square ends with 1. So we have only 161 and this 109, which keeps 1 or 9 as ones digit. So square of these two numbers ends with 1. That is definitely sure. So you need to keep this thing, just inculcate this thing in your mind. Now we have some more properties. If numbers ends with 6 or 4, see in your book you underline this line. You will see that if a number has 1 or 9 in the units place, then its square ends in 1. Let's consider square numbers ending in 6. See, square of 4 is 16, square of 6 is 36, square of 14 is 196, and square of 16 is 256. It means if a number keeps 4 or 6 as digit of ones place, then the square of the number keeps 6. Please note this. Then the square of these numbers keeps 6 as ones digit. And you have examples: 4 square, 6 square, 14 square and 16 square. All these squares keep 6 as ones digit. So for this section you have 1 and 9, which gives 1 as ones digit in squares. And here for this section you have 4 and 6 as ones digit of the numbers, which gives 6 as ones digit in their squares. We have this try this section again. Which of the following numbers would have digit 6 at units place? So for 6 we need to have 4 or 6 as ones digit. So we have 24, 26, 36 and 34. So 24 square, 26 square, 36 square and 34 square. All these numbers will give 6 as ones digit in their squares. Now you have 5. What if a number ends with 5? If you have 25 and the square of 25 is 625. It is very obvious here that if a number ends with 5, the square of the number keeps 5 as ones digit. Similarly, if you have 7 as ones digit of a number, it ends with 9. Then its square ends with 9 as ones digit. And if you have a number which ends with 8, see, its square ends with 4. Now if you have any number which ends with 7, as if you have 127, it it is definite that the square of this number keeps 9 as ones digit. You multiply this and find your result. Its square ends with 9. If a number keeps 8 as ones digit, like 258, then the square of this number ends with 4. That is definitely sure. So any number which ends with 8 will keep the 4 as ones digit in a square of it. What if a number ends with 0? Means if you have 20, the square is 400. So if a number keeps 0 as ones digit, the square of that number keeps 0. Yes students, now you have a work, and the work is you have to prepare a chart which gives you the idea by which the square number ends. If the base number keeps 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 as ones digit,